Well, this morning, or last night, I was editing the video of the fuel tank, and something dawned on me. I may have really screwed myself with this whole fuel tank going under the body, the way I built the fuel tank. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So when I built this tank, I've been dropping it in from the top all these times, and it would have worked fine. The way I originally planned on doing everything, but when I had problems with that body panel over there warping so bad, I welded in that C-channel on the outer edge. I notched the tank and everything for that, not thinking that I have to lift this body over the tank to get it out. Well, now I'm kind of married to that plan, and once this tank goes in and I build the floor, I'm not going to be able to get it out. So I think I'm going to have to kind of change my floor plans. I'm gonna have to build a removable cover to go over the tank, and then it'll be removable. I'm just really worried about the loss of strength by not being able to weld this back 17, 18 inches of floor to the body and to any of the structure. It's gonna have to be completely removable to fit the tank out. So yeah, I got some figuring to do. I really don't want to go cut those braces out because the body's gonna warp, and I really want some strength over there. And that'll have to be the side that gets cut because the filler neck's on this side, and I won't be able to get the tank out. Alright, well, my dad just came by and looked at things with me. We ran over a few scenarios. One was, how often do you ever have to pull your fuel tank if it doesn't leak? Well, never, because I'm building the floor with a channel to go up and over the fuel pump, so I'll be able to remove it. I think I am going to actually cut this ear off. It won't lose too much capacity, and it'll make it easier to get in and out. Right now it's a bit of a wrestling match to get it in there, and that'll actually allow me to clear that brace on the other side. If I ever do have to pull the tank, I can lift the body up and get it out underneath that side. So I'm going to cut the filler neck and put a hose on it, so that'll be removable, and then the tank will clear. So yeah. Well, got the end cap cut off. I need to wipe it out real good. I got a patch panel cut, but I didn't have any pieces big enough to fully do it, so I'll have to do a little patch on that corner. But no biggie. I'll get her done, and we'll move on. Well, it's patched. Shrunk it up 2 inches, and that'll make life easier. And now to move on from there. All right, I got those strips cut. It's good pliable stuff. I think it'll work all right. Probably when I get the tank painted, I'll probably end up gluing the strips to the tank instead of the straps in the frame. We'll see. I don't know which way would hold better. If anybody has experience with that and thinks that I'm wrong, then chime in, let me know, because I honestly have no idea. I'm just going with what seems right to me. Alright, well, where I'm at with this, I've been trying to figure out how to get straps to work. I even built a strap, or half of a strap, before I realized that it isn't going to work. I don't have the room for bolts and to get the strap down through with the tank in there. So I got to thinking about it. I'm going to be building the floor right on top of this tank. The entire floor will end up being the strap. I'm just going to make a couple more of these pads to put across, and the floor will sit on the tank, or touch the tank. It won't be really sitting on it. And then those on the bottom, that tank's not going to go anywhere. I'll put some padding behind it, and I'll figure out a way to put some padding on the front. I might weld in some patches there so I can put some of that padding in there just to keep it isolated. But this stuff's pretty squishy, so it'll allow quite a bit of movement. So I think that's the route I'm gonna go. It's just gonna be the tank sitting on the frame encapsulated by the body. Yeah, that was a pain in the butt. Lots of cutting, fitting and cutting and fitting and cutting, but it actually drops in pretty decent in here. I might have to trim this lip here off just a little bit. I cut those ones a little deep. But no, I think this is gonna be a nice floor. This section in the front's all gonna be cut out eventually anyway, so I'm not worried about that seam matching up. But yeah, gotta do a little bit of bracing, figure out how I'm gonna do that now. And start welding it in, but now that I have that, that is gonna be what holds the tank in, so I'm good on that. And then I can start finishing out this door. I just didn't wanna weld all that in and then not be able to get the floor pan in one piece and have to worry about that. I wanted it all one piece. I gotta weld up these brakes because I scored them, so I don't want them cracking out and breaking. But yeah, a little bit of time with the TIG welder on that, and those will be good. And keep cruising. That was a big milestone getting that done today. I'm excited. All right, view from underneath. So the tank sits flat with the bottom of the body rails. The sump, I had to notch out the body mount for that. Kind of didn't take that into account when I put the sump there. We got good strong bracing there. I'm gonna build a couple of removable skid plates that go out here. I got 1/8 inch material to fasten them to, so I'm gonna do that to protect the tank. But got that welded. I'll be sealing that up with silicone or something and keeping moisture from getting back there and rusting things out. It was a pretty bad panel to start with. Then we move up into here and we got a floor. I'd just like to let everybody know I really appreciate you guys watching this. I mean, I think some of you guys watch it just to help me out and get the numbers up. Others watch it because they're genuinely interested in it. And this is what I like to do. I like to build and drive, but for right now, summertime, I don't like to drive too much. So I'm going to continue on the build and hopefully have this one ready for next year. But thank you.